Welcome to the first episode of Beefin' with the Boys. I'm Jack Stunek, also known as Beef. I am from Ramsey, Minnesota, and I go to NDSU. Go Bison, horns up.
All right, I'll go next. I'm Parker. Currently taking a year off. I'll be getting bread this year. And then I'm in 6 fantasy leagues. I'm looking to win all of them, get more bread. So yeah.
My name is Blake. I'm from Anoka, Minnesota. I am currently at Gustavus Adolphus College, and I'm in 3 fantasy leagues. So
I'm Brandon. I'm also from Ramsey, Minnesota. I'm currently attending University of Iowa, and I'm also in 3 fantasy leagues, hoping to win at least one.
We all know that's not going to happen. All right, who wants to get started with our news from around Minnesota?
I'll go first. We got Saquon Barkley expected to play in week 1. Now, if you're like me, I drafted him in a few leagues, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm not expecting a big week 1 from him, but I'm expecting 15, points on that. So after week 1, he'll be RB1. So yeah. And then also Dak Prescott coming back too. That's a big thing for the Cowboys.
yeah, I didn't draft Dak in our fantasy draft. Well, I took 2 quarterbacks, which was I fucked up there, but I was gonna take Dak and I didn't take him because everyone was saying he was hurt, and now he's not hurt. So I don't know. That was kind of making me mad a little bit. Yeah.
I think, Blake, you got the wrong news. You don't pay attention enough. I think that's the big problem here. I'm a little worried about Saquon Barkley myself. I don't like that offensive line at all.
I get that.
But Dak Prescott, honestly, he'll just play through it. It's not going to be that bad as long as he doesn't get hit. He's got a good offensive line. Draft Cowboys, wide receivers. Draft Zeke. Draft them all. Just not their tight ends. They're awful.
Hot take there.
But
Don't draft Gallup.
Why? They throw the ball around to everyone. Gallup, late rounds.
Put it on the books. Put it on the books right now. Dak Prescott, comeback player of the year.
Oh yeah, it's 100%. It's a guarantee. He is a comeback player of the year. All right, I will go up next. We got big news. Irv Smith is out for the year, which is very confusing because they said, just a meniscus cleanup. He's going to be out for a month. We're chilling. He's going to have a breakout season. Then all of a sudden, it turns out we didn't want to tell you guys. He's out for the season. But then we go pick up a nice solid piece in Chris Herndon. Not a terrible trade. I mean, we gave up a 4th rounder for him, which is not what you normally want to give up for a guy who didn't really have a good season last year. I'm not even totally sure if he played. But, I mean, we needed to fill the position. I mean, Tyler Conklin did pretty good last year. I mean, I expect them to not – I expect it to be a tight end committee if that's a thing. But I don't expect Herndon to be the workhorse at tight end for the Vikings this year.
I would agree with that. At least we got back a 6th rounder with that trade too, so it's not like we were just a 1-for-1
Beef, I don't know if that's
deal.
A solid pickup.
At least that's something.
Because he's not that much. He's not an upgrade. And he's better than Conklin, but he's not much better. So
he's a high ceiling type of person.
Also, yeah, super young too. So that's something to look forward to.
I mean, I never said it was a great pickup. I'm saying we just needed to fill the position. He wasn't going to play there in New York with the Jets. Didn't seem like he didn't fit in with Zach Wilson at all. So they wanted to get rid of him. They shipped him off. They wanted to pick out of it. They got what they wanted. I think it works out for both teams. We don't need him to be Travis Kelce at all. We just need him to fill the role.
Do you see we tried to get Dallas Goedert?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! I don't know if we got him.
I'm happy we did because what are we gonna do with Irv?
Yeah, they're offering a lot.
Is he a good blocker?
Yeah.
Blocking tight end.
Yeah, I feel like we'd have to. No, I feel like if we went into that, went and got Goddard, I think we put way too much equity into him when we still have Irv Smith, who's on contract for I think 2 more years, and he's still due for a breakout. I mean, as long as if he can stay healthy, I think he's due for a breakout season, top 10 tight end for sure. But I mean, he's got to get on the field. I mean, they say that this surgery is supposed to help him for the longevity of his career. Which, I mean, people are complaining that we got rid of Kyle Rudolph, which, I mean, that dude was on the decline for the last 3 years. Let's be real. He was not that good. I mean, whatever, security blanket. He was no Jason Witten, so I did not mind leaving Kyle Rudolph in the dust. I mean, he's fan favorite, but
He's a
sometimes
beef favorite.
those guys have to go.
All right, I can go next with Minnesota news. Kirill Kaprizov and the Wild are almost done with the deal for a 5-year deal.
Let's go.
That's been on the minds of lots of Wild fans since he won Rookie of the Year and he was starting to go back to Russia. I'm hopefully this convinces him to stay.
Yeah, honestly, I think it was pretty obvious when there was a report that the league in Moscow said that he is not going to play.
Yeah.
But also, it's like the Wild wanted to lock him up for 8 years. And it seemed like he wanted somewhere around 3 years. I mean, 5 years, he can produce so much in those 5 years. And then if we're a solid team, he can just sign with us again. I feel like this is a perfect length. Give him the money that he needs because we have not had a guy like this for our franchise ever. We've never had a guy like this. We signed Ryan Suter and Zach Parise to the worst contracts in Wild history. They were good when they started, and now they suck. Good thing we got rid of them. Get them out the door. They did not produce enough for us. And I'm glad they are gone. And if he stays with us, it's going to bring more people into Minnesota because he is this generational talent, and that will just help the Wild progress throughout the future.
I heard something that I think like whoever I got this from, they said it was like the perfect length because then after it's like 3 or 4 years, we're done paying Suter and Parise. So then we can like extend Kaprizov again, extend Fiala when we because I'm assuming we're going to give him another contract next year to come back. So
Yeah, I don't watch hockey a whole lot, so I don't know a whole lot, but the Wild, they're like the Texans of the NHL. Like they both came around the same time. The Texans have Watson. I mean, Watson's been probably doing a lot worse stuff than Kaprizov, but I think like they're both similar teams, like haven't really proved themselves. And the Wild, I don't know if Kaprizov is enough to get them over the edge. I just think like they're just always going to be like kind of this average team that maybe gets the second round of the playoffs every 5 years and loses. It just seems what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a good comparison.
That's actually pretty good. Honestly, he's not going to get us over the hell. He's not going to get us over the hump
first
at
round
all,
exit.
obviously.
Yeah.
We still got to build up, but like we got some nice young talent coming this year. Matt Boldy, Marco Rossi, Kalen Addison. That's looking good. Blake, you got anything else for us?
Yeah. So I'm going to go to more national news. I'm sure you guys saw the IMG versus Bishop Sycamore.
What a game.
So I guess.
Great game. Yeah, I love watching
Great
that.
game. I guess this game was on ESPN, one of the ESPN channels, and Bishop Sycamore is a made-up high school that played IMG. Obviously, IMG is like one of the best high schools, not the best high school football team in the country. I just think it's ridiculous that Bishop Sycamore was able to not only get a game on ESPN, but they were able to lie about their players and lie to their recruits about what it was going to look like, and they still were able to do all this. It's just, it's crazy to me that this was allowed to happen, and it is kind of funny though, because they played IMG, and I'm sure there's tons of other deserving teams that wanted to play them, but Bishop Sycamore.
They made up a story that worked. Obviously, it tricked them. So
there was like something I saw. It was like, oh yeah, number 45 got hurt. 45's not even on the
Did
roster.
they have like ex-felons playing for them? Like
they had a bunch of guys.
Geez, like wow. I don't know if that's true, but like they had like 20-year-olds.
I think they were looking for anything.
I'm looking forward to that
and everything to play for
documentary.
them.
That's gonna be a good one. Yeah, dude.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
excited
did you
for
guys
that.
see that? Oh, that's so funny. I can't believe that. That's crazy. Within a week, they're already making a documentary about it. Well, I think it's time for us to get into our main topic. our NFL record predictions for each and every entire team. We'll also go into the playoffs. Who we have winning the Super Bowl. Well, first off, we're going to start in the AFC. Obviously, we'll get to the NFC later because, our team is from there. I'm going to start off with the AFC North, the Steelers. Who would like to go first?
Sir. Steelers, huh? All right.
I can go. Right now, I got the Steelers at 8-9 overall with a 4-2 division record.
I got the Steelers going 9-8 and making the playoffs somehow. I didn't do division records,
neither
by the
did
way.
I.
So.
But it's okay. Blake, what about you?
So 9-8. Yeah.
I have the Steelers also at 9-8 and missing the playoffs. They're the odd man out, the 8th seed.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I have the Steelers at 7-10. I am not impressed with this team at all. Najee Harris doesn't do shit for me. He's good, but that offensive line is horrible, and I don't think this defense can carry them. This whole stuff about Ben Roethlisberger is a new quarterback this year. I am not buying it. He's trying to be TB12 with his diet and crap. I ain't buying it. I am out on Big Ben. I am out on the Steelers. They are not making the playoffs this year.
Their offensive line is too bad for him to have a decent season.
But his pump fake is back, I guess, which I guess if he's got the pump fake, they are destined. All right, next team, we got the Baltimore Ravens.
Got them going 10-7, making the playoffs as the 7 seed.
I got them going 14-3, division winner.
I guess me and Parker have the same predictions because
Their
I also
year.
have 14-3.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Baltimore is the first seed in the AFC playoffs.
Damn. Okay. I got Baltimore at 13-4, pretty close to you guys. I got them winning the division, but I have them as a 3 seed only the 3 seed. Yeah.
And I lowballed them.
I just think
Alright.
their schedule is looking really nice for them, honestly.
Yeah, I have them at 3 too.
All right. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns. What's Baker doing this year?
They're going 13-4, being the 4th seed in the AFC.
So you got the winning division.
Yes,
You're the
they are
only one of
winning
us.
the division.
All right. I mean, I could see it. I can see it.
All right, I got them going 12-5. Wild card, and they are the 5th seed in my playoffs.
I hate to do this to the city of Cleveland,
No.
What are you doing? No.
but I have
Oh.
the Browns finishing 7-10
Wow.
and
No.
10th in the AFC.
Dude.
Yo.
No.
I just don't think it happens this year. I think last year it's hard to be good 2 years in a row, and I just think Cleveland is gonna. I don't know. I think they're gonna have a down year. I think next year they might be good, but this year I think they're gonna have a down.
That's a
year.
hot
No,
take.
that is. Oh my god, that's awful. I got them going 12-5, wild card, 6th seed in the playoffs. This team got better. They did not get worse.
Yes.
They added so many people. They
Yeah.
added so many
All right,
better
Blake, name
players.
one bad
They got-
player. Name one bad player.
OBJ is coming back. It's Cleveland is different now. Cleveland is different now.
It's
This Browns team
All
is
right.
good. I don't think they have what it takes to win the division this year because I think the Ravens schedule is too easy. But yeah, no, I got them going 12-5 and making the playoffs. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals. Joey B.
Got them going 5-12, the 10th seed in the AFC.
I got them going 3-14. I just don't see it in them. I'm liking the young talent. I know Jamar Chase. I'm hoping he turns out to be like a Mike Evans. Let's say that. I don't know. So yeah, 3-14. I hope Joey B has a good year, but I just don't see it in him.
I have the Bengals at 5-11-1 with a tie to the Jaguars week 4. Just seems like a typical Cincinnati thing.
You know, that's kind of funny because I'm pretty sure they tied like a couple of years ago. So like I figured that might be what you're going for, but I got them going 2-15. I do not like this team at all. I like Joey B. I like some of the people. Joe Mixon is going to get hurt, so we all know that.
Yes.
I got Joe Burrow in a couple of fantasy leagues. Hopefully he does something for me, but this team doesn't do anything for me. They're going 0-6 in the division. They ain't winning a game in the division.
If they win less, like 4 or less games, then like the front office needs to be fired.
The coach is out
Chase
too.
over.
That coach is gone too. The coach is
Yeah.
gone too. All right, next we're going to move to the AFC East. We got the Buffalo Bills.
All right. This one, very explosive team, 15-2, second seed in the AFC.
Like it. I got them going 14-3, second seed in the AFC. And my MVP pick will be Josh Allen.
Ooh, okay.
I see it in that. I see him getting that MVP this year.
Same with Parker, 14-3. Bills win the AFC East, second seed in the AFC.
I got the Bills at 15-2. They're gonna win the division pretty easily. They don't
high
really
expectations.
have many tough games. I think their toughest games are on the road, and that's at the Chiefs and at the Bucks. Those are my only losses for them. I don't really see them losing to anyone else. It's going to be home sale for the Bills. They're going to win every divisional game. They're going to run right through that division. And yeah, but they're the second seed for me, though. They're the second seed for me.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Miami Dolphins. Do we believe in
9-8.
this year?
9-8, going to be the eighth seed in
just
the
missing
AFC.
the playoffs.
So it's just missing the playoffs. I do think, though, if they make the playoffs or they are the eighth seed, Brian Flores might win Coach of the Year.
Oh yeah, that's he's my favorite right now for Coach of the Year for sure.
Yeah, I got them going 7-10. I'll be honest, Tua, I don't think he'll be in this league much longer. I don't see him as a starter.
Wow.
I don't like him. It's just me. But it was 1 year, so we'll see. But I just don't think he has it in him. But yeah, 7-10.
I have the Dolphins finishing last in the AFC East at 5-12.
Wow.
I think they're gonna struggle. I don't know if they really believe Tua is the answer. But just based on what we saw last year, he wasn't, and they're gonna have to figure it out. I think they're gonna have to go another route this offseason. I hope he doesn't turn into Josh Rosen, but I just don't think he's got it.
I just think that defense is a little too good to be last in the AFC East.
I am the odd one out. The odd one out. I have the Dolphins going 10-7 and making the playoffs as the 7th seed.
All right.
That defense is pretty solid, and I honestly think that
legit,
with the added weapons of Waddle and Fuller comes back after week 1. I mean, it's not gonna make a difference. They play the Patriots on the road week 1. I don't think they win that game. I just don't think Tua is gonna win that game for them. But I do have them making the playoffs as the 7th seed. They are gonna sneak in. They're just gonna sneak in. All right, next up, one of the greatest franchises of all time, the New England Patriots.
How you about to say the Jets?
I did too for a moment.
All right.
No.
So I got the Patriots going 5-12, being 12th seed in the AFC. I don't know if Mac Jones is the answer at the moment. Maybe in a few years, but not to get the playoffs this year.
I got them going 10-7, making the playoffs. Mac Jones is the answer, Brandon.
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right.
I just love their defense, and Bill Belichick's still there. He has it in him. They're going 10-7.
I think Patriots go 9-8, get the 7th seed. I think I don't think they make a deep run in the playoffs, but last year they finished 8-8, right? With Cam Newton.
I think so.
They finished 8-8 with Cam Newton. They got to win more games with Mac Jones. So I think they get in.
I think we can say that Blake has some weird predictions with the 9-8 making the playoffs in the AFC, but that's just my opinion. I got the Patriots at 8-9. I think that they I think those additions in the offseason are going to pay dividends. I think they're going to be a solid team. I think they have some pretty winnable games on their schedule. They do have to play the Texans at one point, so they will get a win there. So yeah, but I think they're a solid team. I think they're a year away from being able to get in that wild card. I just don't see it. If anything, though, they could make the wild card over these obviously aren't true. These aren't going to happen, but they can make it over the Dolphins. But I think there's another team in the AFC that could easily go ahead of the Dolphins. But yeah, I think they're going 8-9 and just missing the playoffs.
Honestly, the Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry pickups were kind of odd. Why didn't you just pick up Hunter Henry and let Jonnu walk somewhere else?
I don't know. I think it's what Bill Belichick wanted. I think what they're trying to do is they're going to maybe split one of them out sometimes, and like Travis Kelce does sometimes.
Same, yeah.
Maybe they want that one of them. They think one of them can be kind of like a Kyle Pitts. Maybe. I mean, we haven't seen what Kyle Pitts can do, but I think Kyle Pitts is going to be insane. All right, next up, New York Jets. Jets.
Let's see. Let's double check real quick. They have the worst rankings in they had the worst prediction from me. 1-16. I don't think that Zach Wilson he might turn it up this year, but the Jets will always be the Jets and they're gonna suck.
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
All right, I got them going 3-14. I don't know what to expect from Zach Wilson, I'll be honest, but I don't know. Hopefully he's like a young Patty, but we'll see. But also I'm loving Elijah Moore this year for fantasy.
This might be a little high, I'll admit. I have the Jets finishing 5-12. I look at their schedule and I see they play the Patriots twice, they play the Dolphins twice. I think they're definitely a team that can win some trap games, especially against quarterbacks like Jones and Tua. I think they can get some surprise wins, but the Jets suck. They're going to suck for a little bit, and 5-12.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, I got them going 3-14, finishing easily in last in the AFC East. They don't win they don't win another game. They don't win a game in the division, just like the Bengals. They're not winning a damn game in the division. I think they pick up wins against the Falcons, the Bengals, and the Texans. Pretty winnable games, but that's it. Or else they are not winning a game. Too hard a schedule. Not liking it. All right, next up we got the AFC South. We're gonna go to Tennessee, the Tennessee Titans.
This might be a very high ceiling for them, but I went 14-3, 3 seed in the AFC. I just think with that offense, like so much firepower in it that like you can't ignore it. And then their defense is solid enough that if like they can make some stops.
All right, I got them going 12-5 and winning the division, but there is no defense.
Yeah,
there,
I was gonna say I don't know what you're talking about. Bud Dupree is not.
I don't know. Well, hopefully
you got Jeffrey Simmons.
I want to see like who does better, Julio or AJ in that offense. That's what I'm excited to see. But yeah, they're gonna win a ton of games.
I got the Titans finishing winning the AFC South at 12-5, just ahead of the Colts. I think it'll be a season-long race, and I have them finishing 12-5. I think Tennessee has the potential to make another deep playoff run, but man, they just don't have a defense. It's just so tough. And a team like that runs the ball that much, there's going to be games where they're not going to be able to run the ball. And if you don't have a defense, it's going to be tough. So, I think it'll be cool to watch Julio and AJ on the same team, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to be a powerhouse.
Yeah, no bias to my boy Julio, but I got the Titans going 12-5, winning the division over the Colts. I think that this is Derrick Henry's last year of dominance, or maybe it might change to Derrick Henry doesn't rush as much and they throw the ball more because they want to save him for the postseason. Maybe, I don't know. I think they can with their offense now with Julio and AJ Brown. I think Julio's going to have an insane year because he just is. I think he's going to be healthy this year, and I think he's going to have a different attitude going to a different team, a winning team. Not saying they're winning Super Bowl, but I'm saying they have a winning mentality. I think they're going to do pretty good this year. Maybe the 4th seed in the AFC.
Yeah. I think Julio will demand targets. Like that's just him. He's gonna go off this year.
Yeah. All right.
I think though, if the Titans take at least one game from the Colts, then they basically got the division pretty much locked up.
I think I have them. I think I had them going 5-1 in the division. I
do too.
I think the only game they lose is on the road against the Colts. They're not losing to the Texans.
Yeah, I respect that.
Hopefully not.
I would hope not. All right, next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts. New quarterback in town.
I got them going 10-7, making the playoffs as the 6th seed. It all depends on if Wentz and the receiving core can stay healthy.
I got them going 8-9. I think they're right in the middle of the pack. I love their O-line, love their defense, but I don't know. I don't see them winning games, or like I just see them as the middle of the pack. Honestly,
Uh,
I love Johnny Taylor too. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I love Jonathan Taylor, and I like the Colts. I have them as the 5th seed, finishing 11-6. They have a pretty tough schedule to start off, but it gets really easy after that. I think there's a little easy stretch there, but I have them finishing 11-6. I think if Wentz stays healthy, I think him just being in a new situation will help. But I think it'll be kind of similar to last year. Like, it's a very similar team. It's not like Wentz is an upgrade. Even when he's healthy, he's not like he's an upgrade over Rivers. And I don't know. They'll be competitive, but I could also see them, like Parker said, finishing 8-9, middle of the road team.
Yeah, I got the Colts going 10-7, just missing the playoffs. I think that Carson Wentz is going to be a pretty big improvement over Phillip Rivers. I think that defense is good. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to mature into a better back. I just think that they're going to lose some games because I just think that the Titans are better, and I think they're going to win way more games than them. I think that Carson Wentz is going to return to form in the next season. I think he's going to get used to the system, and then I see him progressing into maybe back to like where he was in early Philly when they had a good offensive line. I think a good offensive line for Carson Wentz is what he needs, and I think that's what he's going to get in Indianapolis, and he'll turn into a good quarterback again. All right.
Yeah, that makes all the difference for an injury-prone guy like him, where you can just feel comfortable in the pocket, not worrying too much about if he's going to get hit or not.
Yeah. All right. Now this should be pretty simple. The Houston Texans.
So this also might be a super high ceiling for them. 3-14.
Oh
15
no.
seed in the AFC.
I got them going 0-17. They're not going to win a game. They look at their team. They're god awful. Like, Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. Are you kidding me? Get Deshaun back. Pay him.
They already did pay him.
God, dude. Or just trade him away. Like, come on, do something. I don't know. I don't see them winning a game. Their roster is god awful. Yeah.
I have the Texans finishing 2-15. Yeah, they're bad. They're in a really bad spot right now. And, I think just all the distractions going on with Watson and the last year at their organization. This is the only team I think that is worse than the Jets, like as an organization, and it's not close. Like, they're awful. And, I think it's going to be a rough, I think, next few years for Texans fans.
Yeah. I got the Texans going 0-17.
Let's go, Jay.
There's not a win on the schedule. There's not a win. They could bring in Cam Newton for all I know, and they still are not winning a game.
No.
I hope they bring in Cam Newton. I kind of need him for fantasy a little bit.
Yeah, that sucks. Bad pickup. No, skip. Let's go on to the next one. 0-17. No need to talk about them.
Just look at the roster.
Very interesting team. Maybe a promising team. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville made some decent additions, in my opinion, this offseason. And then they traded away one of their cornerbacks for I don't know why. They're going 4-13. 14th seed in the AFC.
I got them going 3-14. I wish ETN was playing this year because I'd probably bump that number up. But
so is your brother.
3-4. Yeah. Dude. He had him in like 2 leagues. But 3-14. I'm excited. Like, Lawrence got a lot of weapons around him, so I'll be excited about that too. But yeah, 3-14.
Yeah, 5-11-1. It's the Jaguars. They get 2 free wins from the Texans. So, not much to say. Jacksonville, they're going to be a young team. I think Lawrence will. I don't know. It's a wait and see to see how good he is, but they'll struggle.
I also have the Jaguars going 4-13. I think this team is going to be fun to watch. I think they're going to be in some close games, but obviously with with Trevor Lawrence being so young, I don't think they're going to win as many games. Obviously, they get the 2 free wins from the Texans, but I like this team for fantasy this year. Honestly, that's like the one bright spot. They got some weapons. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to sling the ball around the yard.
Oh
He
yeah,
looks ready. Marvin Jones is
underrated pickup.
is a sleeper in fantasy this year.
Yeah.
DJ Chark is okay. Laviska Shenault is going to be the go-to, though. I think he's going to be his security blanket. Yeah, PPR. Yeah, it's insane.
In PPR, look for him. He'll get so many catches.
Jaguars screwed me last year in Survivor pool because I picked them I picked the Colts week 1 and they lost, and that was their only
win.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, next up, got a pretty solid division here. Got the AFC West. Then we got good old Patty Mahomes and the AFC Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of surprises in our predictions. I personally have them going 15-2, number 1 seed in the AFC. Enough said.
Yeah, I don't like my pick, but I got them going 17-0. I don't see a loss on their schedule. They play some tough teams, but it's Patty Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. He can't stop them. But yeah, 17-0.
That's never been done in the history of the NFL. Well, I guess Dolphins did it, but I have them 13-4. I think that's much more realistic. I think in their division, I think the Raiders are going to get them. Whether it's the Raiders or the Chargers, I think there's one of those division games. Those teams always seem to play them really well. And Mahomes, he doesn't stay healthy all too well. But I think he's mostly healthy. I think they'll be fine. The Chiefs are, no matter what seed they are, they're always a Super Bowl contender.
I have the Chiefs going 15-2. It may be a little high. One thing is that with this team, last year they played in a lot of close games, and I think there's a chance that this team could go like 11-6 because they could be in a lot of close games. They might not win all those close games like they did last year. I have them losing on the road against the Chargers. I have them losing on the road against the Washington football team. That's the only losses I see on the schedule, but I don't know. I think they could lose a lot. I think that's like the ceiling. I think 15-2. I think they can easily get there, but I think 11-6 is also a very good possibility because they play in way too many close games because the defense just doesn't show up some weeks. Next up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders. John Gruden. What is he doing this year?
This is I'm not too confident in this pick anymore. I have them going 5-12, finishing 11th in the conference. Yeah, I'm not too confident in that.
I might be a little low.
I got them going 6-11. So
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. Okay, but
Yeah.
I'll say like the Kenyon Drake signing makes 0 sense to me. You already have Josh Jacobs, but their defense isn't all great. Derek Carr, just like average quarterback. Not a lot of weapons, only like Henry Ruggs, kind of. But yeah, Darren Waller's still there. I don't know. That's 6-11 for me.
Well, no, I'm not feeling good about my pick either. I had them going 11-6.
Holy cow!
What? No.
Whoa.
I have them getting a game against the Chiefs in Kansas City.
Oh
So,
my
well, the Raiders
gosh, you're high.
They're going to win a lot of games against bad teams or good teams. Like
They don't play bad teams. Their schedule isn't that easy.
no, I mean they play the Bears. They're not very good. Washington, we don't know they're going to beat
The
Denver.
Bears could easily beat them. Washington football team is going to be good. They have a good defense.
Okay, well, I guess we'll get to that. But nope. Raiders.
Yeah, we will.
Raiders 11-6, 16
not
AFC.
All right. I have them going 5-12. That defense is awful. That offensive line was good, and then they said, "No, we don't need one. We are doing just fine." So we shipped them all out.
Sorry, Rodney
and they
Hudson.
signed Kenyon Drake. Made no sense. And this team is not good. John Gruden is going to get fired in the next couple of years, probably, unless they somehow figure it out. Mark Davis needs a new haircut. We all know that.
I need
5-12 next.
They reached on Alex Leatherwood
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah, they did. They are not. They make some weird decisions, but it's John Gruden. So next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers.
So I believe that the Chargers are going to be a very good team this year. I have them going 13-4 with being the 5th seed in the AFC.
dang. Okay, I got them going 7-10, missing the playoffs.
Wow.
I love Herbert, but their defense is it's iffy. So yeah.
I also got them at 7-10, missing the playoffs. I think they Herbert's got a lot of promise, but I think they'll struggle a little bit.
I am with Brandon on this one. I got them going 13-4, 5
What?
seed in the playoffs.
What?
I love that offense. That offense is so good. And you guys don't realize Derwin James is coming back. They got Asante Samuel in the second round.
That's true.
Their defense is looking nice.
I think they
this year.
should have re-signed
Nice.
Melvin Ingram, and then they
Yeah,
also.
probably.
I mean, I think Jared Cook is a downgrade from Hunter Henry, though not that much though.
Yeah, it
Jared
definitely
Cook's
is.
still pretty good.
But didn't they draft a wide receiver too?
Josh Palmer.
That I'm not totally sure. Oh yeah. They drafted.
I've heard good
they
things
drafted
about
some
him.
guys that might have some upside, but yeah, no, I like them this year. I like them a lot. All right, next up, team that I like a little bit, not too much, not too bad. The Broncos, the Denver Broncos.
This is a team I do not like. 5-12, 13th in the conference.
I got them going 6-11. I don't think Teddy's the answer for the Denver Broncos.
Yep, I got them at 6-11. I actually had a chance to watch the Broncos this year at Vikings training camp. They came out for a joint practice, and I gotta tell you, I thought Drew Lock looked a lot better than Teddy Bridgewater. Maybe it was just that day, but I guess not. I love Teddy, but I don't know, man. I think that injury kind of made his development, definitely shook his development up. So yeah, 6-11.
Yeah, I'm a decently high because that defense is so good, and I think that offense is really good still. I don't agree with Teddy Bridgewater starting, obviously, but I think if Drew Lock is going to start within 4 weeks, honestly, he did look a lot better. I got them going 9-8, just missing the playoffs. This defense is legit. Like, this defense is it. If they traded for Aaron Rodgers on draft night, this team is easily making the playoffs for me. They are winning the division.
no
I
doubt.
think
Oh yeah.
they are that good. That defense can compete against the Chiefs with that offense and a good quarterback. Yeah, I think they're a season away. I got them going 9-8.
Justin Simmons is going to lead that defense, and if they're going to win games, it's going to be because of them.
Plus, I don't think their schedule's that tough, honestly. If you look at it, like they got some pretty winnable
I'm
games.
seeing a breakout season from
All
Jerry
right.
Jeudy. Sophomore season.
That'd be nice.
I just don't.
His route running is
I
on.
don't like. He's insane. But like the thing is, it's just quarterback play. Like you need a quarterback, and I just don't see it. Like I think they've spread the ball around a little bit too much for Jerry Jeudy to have an insane season. That's why I stuck away from him in fantasy. That's why I did.
Yeah, that's a good
Everyone's high
point.
on him, but I take him later if I can. I'm
They're
not
going to
reaching
need
for
to
Jerry Jeudy.
trade up in the draft or something to try and get a quarterback if they
Yeah.
fall flat this year. No
They
doubt.
do. All right. Unless Aaron Rodgers is done after this year, then they could trade for him, and maybe, who knows. All right. Now we move to the NFC, the home conference of all four of us. We're going to start in the NFC East with the Washington football team. They have a new team name coming. I'm kind of excited for that. It's going to be big news.
So I am very high on this team. I think their defense is so good, and they got some very nice weapons. It's going to depend on if Fitzpatrick can be Fitzmagic again. They're going 12-5 in my book, third seed in the NFC.
I got them going 9-8, missing the playoffs. And yeah, What? Yeah, I have them going 9-8.
This might be the most shocking prediction of the night. I'm going to stick with the pattern that the recent that was it the pattern that there hasn't been a repeat champion of the NFC East, right? Since I don't
For
know
like
how
12
long.
years or something like that.
Yeah. I I think Washington is going to struggle. And again, just brace yourselves here. I have them going 3-14.
What the hell, Blake?
Holy shit.
I don't know. I think they have it with Chase Young, but something about this division, I just don't think this is their year. I think they're gonna have a lot of injuries. The old sophomore slump saying, I think that's gonna apply to this team. I think Chase Young will go out. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is gonna go out. I think who's their running back?
Gibson.
Gibson's gonna go out. I think it's gonna be a really tough year for them.
You said 3-14.
Jack, no.
What the fuck
What the
is wrong with
fuck?
you? This team is good. Ryan Fitzpatrick. What is his name? Ryan Fitzpatrick? Am I screwing that
Yeah.
up? No.
No, you're right.
It's
Ryan
magic.
Fitzpatrick looks amazing in these colors. He looks amazing in these colors. This team is winning the division. They're going 11-6. They're going to get better than they were last year. They signed Curtis Samuel. Antonio Gibson is going to be a monster this year. He ain't going to be hurt. He's going to be a monster. And that defense is top 3. That front 7 is literally like the best in the NFL. I think they win the division easily. I don't think there's really much of competition. Yeah, 11-6. They're the division winners. All right, next up we got the New York Giants, New York Football Giants.
So I think they'll definitely improve on last year. Still gonna miss the playoffs in my book, but they're going 8-9. It's do or die for Danny Dimes, so it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen with him.
Yeah, I'm with Brandon on the Danny Dime. I got them going 14 or whoa, what? No, 4-13.
Okay.
This is a make or break year for Danny Dimes. He has weapons around him. He has Saquon. He doesn't have an O-line, but it's a make or break year for Danny. So yeah, 4-13.
The New York Football Giants will win the NFC East with a record of 9.
Whoa.
All right, hold
A
on.
record of 9-8.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, I gotta go get a charger for my computer. I'll be right back.
They win the division at 9-8. I think after their bye week, they go on a rampage. I think that they're going to win 7 of their last 9. Or sorry, 7 of their last 9. And Giants. I think the Cowboys start off hot, but the Giants get hot and win it.
Yeah, no, hell no, that is not happening. This team is good. I mean, I don't think they're going to improve much from last year, honestly. I just think their schedule is too tough. I got them going 5-12, finishing last in the NFC East. I don't really see much out of this team. If they can't protect Saquon, if they can't block for him, they ain't going to look too good. I just don't think they compete with Washington, honestly. I don't think they pick up a win against them. I only see them winning like 1 or 2 divisional games, and you're not winning the division with 1 or 2 divisional games. This division's better than it was last year, and 9-8 is not going to cut it, and they ain't going to get to 9-8. This team is not it. All right, next up, America's team, the Cowboys. What you guys feel about the Cowboys?
The Cowboys. They are a very interesting team because it seems like their offense is going to be a lot better this year. Their defense is going to stay maybe the same, but slightly better with now Micah Parsons. I'm going 9-8, missing the playoffs. Yeah.
I got them going 10-7, division winners. I love Dak and Zeke on the field together. So yeah, that's my reasoning. 10-7.
I like Dak and Zeke on the field together too, but it's the Cowboys. I think I have them starting off really hot, but 9-8. I think they miss out because they don't get the first seed. They miss the playoff.
Yeah, I also got them going 9-8. I don't like that defense at all. It's okay. They have way too many trap games. It's way too many like evenly matched games, and they're not going to win enough with that defense. That defense scares me. I mean, they're going to put up a ton of points. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think they're going to be able to outscore some teams when they're going to have to, when their defense is going to have to hold teams up and they're going to have to score a little bit of points. I just don't see it. So I got them going 9-8, missing the playoffs. And I don't think it's going to be like they're my second seed in the AFC. I'm in the NFC East. And I really don't see that it being close, even when being behind 2 games from Washington. I think it's going to be too late for them to come back. And I think Washington is going to have this thing wrapped up by like week 15. I don't think it's really going to be much of competition from there on out. All right, next up, got the Philadelphia Eagles, one of my least favorite teams in the NFL by far.
Agree with that.
So Philadelphia, not very impressed by them from what I've heard or seen. I don't think Jalen Hurts is the answer for them. 2-15, finishing last in the conference.
Yeah, I got them going 5-12. And, yeah, I'm not too high on Jalen Hurts. But yeah, 5-12. Hopefully Devontae Smith can be a good pickup for them. But yeah.
I got the Eagles at 7-10. I think Jalen Hurts. I think he's going to be good. Maybe that's just my fantasy biased, but I think the Eagles are interesting. Always, I think they're always other than last year, they're usually pretty competitive in their division, even though it's not good. But yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't have them making the playoffs either at 6-11. I mean, they're gonna be competitive in some games, and then they're gonna be not competitive in some games. I just think that they don't have what it takes to compete in the NFC. Like they'll compete in their division. Don't get me wrong; they'll probably win like most of their games out of their division, but it's not going to be what it takes to win the division. And yeah, 6-11, not making the playoffs doesn't really do too much for me. There's nothing really exciting about that team besides Jalen Hurts. They also need a new running back. Miles Sanders just is not it. So
Not at the moment, at least.
all right, we're going to move on to probably one of the most boring divisions in the NFL, the NFC South. And the New Orleans Saints, my bad.
New Orleans Saints. All right. So I'm very happy they named Jameis starter over Taysom. If they would have named Taysom the starter, I think New Orleans would have rioted. I don't know what else to say besides that. Their defense is, above average. I have them going 8-9 and missing the playoffs.
All right, I got them going 12-5, making the wild card. But argument against that is like it's the Saints. It's only Drew Brees going away. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think Drew Brees going away will definitely be a step back. But Jameis, I like him. I'm not gonna lie. I like him as a quarterback. Picks are gonna come there, but I think he's a good quarterback.
I think Jameis could have like another one of those like 50-50 seasons, was it? Or was it 30-30, whatever it was?
30-30, yeah, 30-30.
Maybe it'll be a 50-50 this year.
But yeah, Kamara, Mike Thomas.
He's got the deep ball with what's his face.
Callaway,
He
yeah.
can throw it to
Callaway,
him.
baby.
Yeah.
I got the
Shout out to him.
Saints 13-4. I think this is a regular season team. I think they are not going to win the Super Bowl, but I have them at 13-4, winning the division. I think that they're actually better with Jameis just because Breeze sucked last year, especially late in the year with all his injuries, and it's virtually the same team, just a different quarterback. And I think Jameis will actually be better for them. So 13-4 win the NFC South.
Bro, no. Yeah, no. That is
Homer.
insane.
Yeah, I know Jack's about to say
Homer.
something.
Oh man, the Vikings
I think
fans
the
are
Saints
hating on
go
the Saints.
7-10. I think that's their floor though. I think that's like their floor. I think they can maybe do better than that, honestly, if Jameis turns out. But I think honestly, sadly, Hurricane Ida is going to take something out of them, and I don't think it's going to help them at all.
I honestly though, it could have like the same effect as like Katrina. It's
Katrina
just
wasn't
like
as
smaller
bad.
though.
Katrina. Ida's not as bad. It's not
No,
gonna
but
do
like
much
it
for
could
them.
still have the same effect. Like this is our city,
I
we're
don't
fighting
think
for
so.
it.
I don't.
Jack, would you want to play New Orleans on Monday Night Football after Hurricane
I don't
Ida?
know. I don't know.
No one does.
Jameis,
No one does.
If Jameis plays good, I think this
Bishop
team
Sycamore
will go
does.
10-7 and maybe sneak into the playoffs, but that's like their floor. 7-10 is like their floor. I think that they have enough games to win, but I don't know if they can really compete. Yeah.
Their offense is going to be like basically a reversal of what it was last year, because like Jameis is going to bomb it downfield where Drew Brees was just throw checkdowns or like slants and stuff like that, and then hand the ball to Kamara.
I will say I don't think that Jameis is going to throw as many picks as he did that last season he played in Tampa, because I think that sitting behind Breeze, and I think he's just going to become more comfortable in an offense like that. And I think he's going to be mature. And then, like, I mean, obviously he got his eyes cleared or whatever. So then, yeah, he's going to eat some W's maybe. But yeah, no, I think Jameis is going to have a solid season. I think that he'll maybe go somewhere else because they got Taysom Hill locked up. I don't know what the heck's going on there, but like, yeah, I don't see them making the playoffs. All right, next up, we got the defending Super Bowl champion, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So this is one. I think this is my second favorite team in the whole NFL. Not really sure why. I've loved them for a long time though. I have them going 15-2, taking the top spot in the NFC. When you bring back all 22 starters on like for both sides of the ball from a Super Bowl winning squad, like that's just hard to top.
Yeah, I got them going 16-1, getting that 1 seed. And yeah, it's Tom Brady effect. That's all I'll say. 16-1.
I have them at 12-5, 5th seed. Again, I think they're going to get hot late in the year. Yeah, they're good.
Good football team.
Yeah, good football team.
Good football team.
I got them at 15-2, like Brandon said, returning all those starters, and then even adding draft picks. Like that's just crazy. I think that they're just gonna do even better because their chemistry is gonna be better. They started off slow last year, and they got hot at the end. Obviously, they won like 8 games in a row to win the Super Bowl. I honestly think that this team is going to be insane this year. I like them a lot. But yeah, no, I would stick away from that wide receiver zone fantasy, especially Mike Evans. Don't draft him. He is garbage.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we got another team that isn't going to do much probably for this division, but the Carolina Panthers.
Let's see. The Panthers. I think they're going to win some games. It's going to be on the back of Christian McCaffrey and then smaller loads on Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. 5-12, 13th in the conference.
Yeah, I got them going 5-12 too. I do like the Sam Darnold pickup. New home team. I think he will definitely like surprise people this year. So yeah.
Panthers at 5-12. I have them winning a game that old Homer over here might not be too happy about, but 5-12. Yep.
Dude, like, no, they're not beating the Panthers.
Wait, we're at
Yeah, it don't
Panthers,
matter.
right?
We're not losing to the Panthers.
Oh,
No.
shoot.
The Panthers, they're an interesting team. I think they're just going to be like middle of the road. I got them 5-12 as well. They're not doing anything. I like Sam Darnold a little bit though. Like I think that it's change of scenery. I think he picks up the win week 1 against his former team. I don't think Zach Wilson's going to win that game for them. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully Christian McCaffrey does well. Robert Anderson is like my big sleeper though in fantasy this year. He's going to do even better than he did last year because he's got a better quarterback and he's got Sam Darnold again, his old teammate. Yes, Robbie Anderson is fantasy. Go get him. All right, next up, we got where Julio used to play his ball, the Atlanta Falcons.
So let's see. Falcons. I'm excited about Ridley. I don't get why they put Chick-fil-A in their stadium if they're not going to be open on Sunday.
Close on Sunday.
This might be low, but like I just don't have faith in them. 4-13.
Okay, I got them going 5-12, but I could see Kyle Pitts becoming a great tight end in the future. So yeah.
Yep. 5-12. Falcons suck. That's pretty much the bottom line. They got Kyle Pitts. Ryan's done though. They're going to need a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't see much of this team. I like Calvin Ridley. Fortunately, I did not get him in any fantasy leagues, but I got the Falcons going 2-15. There's just that defense is horrible. They're gonna lose a bunch of games in the fourth quarter again, most likely. And then yeah, it is what it is. The Falcons are just not good. All right, we're moving to out west, NFC West. We got the Seattle Seahawks.
This is by far the most competitive division in the whole NFL. I have, just to preface this, I got 3 playoff teams in this one division. Seahawks, I got them going 11-6. Their defense still isn't great, but Russ is always good most of the time, at least to start. So I think you just can't count them out.
Yeah, I got them going 10-7, missing the playoffs though. But yeah, we'll see. Their defense is not really there. But yeah, Russ and DK, that's an unstoppable duo. So that's why I got them winning 10 games.
I have the Seahawks going 14-3. Okay, beef. I got them going 14-3. I think this team, I don't know, man. I don't know if you guys have seen Russ's picture. He looks hard.
That's got the wrong word to use, Blake.
Looks like he's on crack.
Yeah, I'm hard on the Seahawks though. 13-4. Not sorry, 14-3. 2 seed in the NFC. I'm confident in this group. Yeah.
I think they'll make the playoffs. I got them going 10-7. I don't have the highest hopes. It's every year. They do well in the beginning of the season and then they fall off, which I think it might be different this year. I think they might have a chance of starting off hot and then, or no, not starting off hot, doing mediocre in the beginning and then turning up. But I think it's just gonna be enough to slip in and be the 7th seed. I don't see them shocking the world or anything and winning the division like they did last year. I just think that their schedule is too hard, and I think that they're just going to sneak in the 7th seed at 10-7. All right, next up we got the Los Angeles Rams.
So when we were doing this originally without the website, this was the one that I thought you guys were going to be a little apprehensive about. But now that we used the website, it's kind of changed a little bit. I have them going 14-3, 2 seed in the NFC. I just think their defense is top tier. And then when you add a better quarterback in Matthew Stafford to that pretty solid offense, it's a recipe for success.
Yeah, I got them going 12-5, winning the division. I love the Matt Stafford pickup, and their defense is already great. So, and he has weapons: Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee now. So yeah, I got them going 12-5.
This team is 100% a playoff team, no matter how I look at it. Even if they only win 10 games, they get in. I have them finishing 10-7. I think they could win 10 games. I think they could win 14 games, like you guys are saying. Yeah, this is a good team.
Yeah, I got them going 12-5. I think at the 2nd team in the division, I think they're going to be the 6th seed overall. I don't think they're going to win the division just because of other reasons. But yeah, this is a very solid football team. And I think that this team could easily blow the roof off. Like they could go insane and go 14-3 or 15-2. Like this team could absolutely go crazy, especially with the defense to back it up. Like this team could easily be representing the NFC in the Super Bowl for sure. All right, next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals.
All right. I think that the Cardinals are going to be a lot better this year. Kyler Murray is going to stand out. I mean, you got DeAndre Hopkins, who has the best hands in the NFL. No doubt in my mind about that. And their defense has gotten better. I mean, you got Chandler Jones still. J.J. Watt, he's aging, but he can still put on the pressure. I said 11-6, snagging the 6th seed in the playoffs. And also one more quick thing. I was reading something, and Aqib Talib said that they would win the NFC West at 13-4. a commenter on BR said that the CT is already setting in for him.
I have the same thing, 11-6, making the wild card as a 6 seed. I love Kyler Murray, so I think if Josh Allen doesn't win MVP, he's my next pick. So yeah, 11-6.
I'm doing the Cardinals dirty. I'm looking at this now. I'm doing them dirty, you guys. I have I have them finishing 4-13.
Bro.
I don't know why, if I'm being honest with that one, but I do. I think I don't know. I just looked at their schedule. I picked these games if we're being straight honest. They have a tough schedule. I mean, they're in the toughest division. They have to play Green Bay, Indianapolis, Dallas.
Minnesota.
They do play the Vikings, yeah. 4-13.
Yeah, I thought mine was pretty bad until Blake said something. I got them going 7-10. This team, it's good. It's pretty solid. I think they probably could make the playoffs, but it's the coach. The coach doesn't do a damn thing for me. Cliff Kingsbury is not good. They play in way too many trap games too, and I don't think that they're going to be able to make it out of those games. And I don't think Cliff Kingsbury is going to outcoach other teams. So I like the team, just not the coach. I don't think this coach does anything good for them. I think this is last year for Cliff Kingsbury. I think he's out the door. They're 7-10, last in the NFC West.
I feel like Jax is like the floor for them because I think they're a good team and they're gonna win. Like in between me and Parker's and then yours.
Yeah, I mean they're a solid team. Just I think that it's the coach. The coach is just not it. All right. Now we got the San Francisco 49ers.
Got the QB controversy over in the Bay. I think it's a interesting team. They got a very solid defense with one of the best linebackers in Fred Warner. But I just don't think the offense is going to figure it out. That being said, I saw them going 8-9, but they're missing the playoffs.
Yeah, I got them going 9-8, missing the playoffs. And I think after the bye week, Trey Lance will step in and be a great quarterback for them and then finish out the season strong. But yeah, 9-8.
I have the Niners at 9-8, missing the playoffs, and it's because they go 1-5 in their division.
Yeah, I took a totally different approach. I got the Niners going 13-4. Their schedule is just too damn easy. I mean, I really think that Trey Lance needs to start after the bye week, like Parker said, or else I don't think it's going to be good. But I think that's their ceiling, honestly. I think 13-4 is the ceiling. And yeah, that's about it. But like, I don't see them winning more than that. I think that's just their ceiling. And I think that's only because of their easy schedule and they're hopefully a healthy team this year. But yeah, I think they win the division. They're going to be the second seed in the NFC. But yeah, it's all on their schedule and their health because I think it's a very solid roster. All right, now we're coming home, baby. The NFC North. Start with my team and what?
Wait, hold on. Before we start, I think we should shout out our NFC North champs at once, all together.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go on 3, 2, 1, and then we'll shout. Ready?
All right.
You guys ready? All right.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Packers.
Wow. I didn't think Homer would admit it, but listen, I don't know how you can pick against Green Bay if it's the last dance. We already know how this ends.
One last dance.
All right, Brandon, let's hear your.
They're gonna go crazy.
This bullshit Blake's talking about.
All right, Packers, go.
I mean, I agree with what Blake's saying. It's the last dance mentality. One more ride until Aaron Rodgers is out if he's not happy, and Devontae Adams will leave too. But they're going, in my mind, 12-5, finishing with the 4th seed in the NFC. But like their defense is solid. But you just can't count out Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I got them going 14-3, getting the second
Yep.
seed in the NFC. And yeah, it's just Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, great trio. And offense is amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, I have the awesome Green Bay Packers finishing 14-3. Just such a sexy core on their offense. I have them making a deep playoff run. I know it hurts to hear, but listen, I think the mistakes they made in the past, they're going to get to the big game. They're going to get to those moments where they've struggled in the past, and it's the last dance. They're going to go all out. This is going to be a rough year to be against Green Bay.
I mean, I do have them winning the division. I think they're going 13. I have them going 13-4, but I think that's their ceiling. This team didn't get better. This team didn't do shit. This team is just running it back. They think they can run it back like the Bucks, but they are probably going to finish somewhere probably like 11-6 or 10-7. They're going to somehow lose some games this year, and I think that's the ceiling. They brought back. They didn't do anything. Signing Aaron Jones back, dumb decision. What's the point? He's good, but you got AJ Dillon. You could have drafted.
They lost their center.
They lost their center. They lost their tackle. I just see that as the ceiling. This team really doesn't scream like Super Bowl winning team to me. It just doesn't. I think they could easily finish 10-7. Honestly, they just didn't make any improvements to their team. That front office sucks.
Save your playoff predictions for later in the episode. Come on now.
Next up, we're gonna go to Chicago, the Bears.
So let's see. The Bears are gonna suck. That's my prediction. I said they're going 5-12, finishing 12th in the conference. I mean, I hope Justin Fields does good, but I just don't know.
I got them going 6-11, and yeah, it's just if Justin Fields plays, like that means they're like 1-5 at that point. Like Andy Dalton's not going to win them games. Let's be honest. Yeah, 6-11.
I got the Bears finishing 17-0. I'm just kidding. No, they're going 5-12. Yeah, the Bears. It's weird because they were such a good team 3 years ago, and their defense is pretty much still the same. But I don't even know. Like when you look back at that team 3 years ago, it's really actually like amazing that team won 12 games with Mitch Trubisky. Like
And Cody Parkey.
I don't know how that happened, and it's crazy to me that did happen and how just porous they've been. Yeah, 5-12. Another tough year for the Bears. Yeah.
I also have the Bears going 5-12. This defense is good. But it keeps regressing after they got Khalil Mack. It just keeps regressing. I honestly don't think it was Mitch Trubisky that much. I think Matt Nagy sucks. I think Ryan Pace is an idiot. I think they got to clean house soon. And I think that will happen after this year. Justin Fields is not going to save their jobs. And I think they go 5-12 and really disappoint, even with Justin Fields.
Yeah, I think they'll trade A-Rob before the trade deadline too. That's my prediction.
I forgot he came from like the Jaguars from like a couple of years ago.
He needs to get out.
Yeah, I agree. We'll go. We'll wait. We'll go to the Lions, Detroit Lions.
So the Lions. I mean, I don't know what there is much to say. I hope Jeff Okudah steps up from last year because he had a miserable season, especially from being the third overall pick. I think that they are going to go 12-15, finish 15th in the conference. If they win,
Never mind.
Huh?
You said 12-15.
Sorry.
Did I say 12-15? I meant 2-15. Yeah. But they're 15th in the conference. I think when they win those two games, it's going to be DeAndre Swift and Jared Goff just being explosive for 120 minutes.
I got them going 1-16. I hate Jared Goff. I hate the Lions. Move on. 1-16.
I think, guys, Dan Campbell, all right, what's not to love about him? First year, new head coach. I think they play hard for him. They have a typical Lions season. They start off strong.
All
They
right.
start off 2-2. Max Kellerman's making these dumbass predictions saying that they're going to make the playoffs after starting 2-2. And then they go 1-10 the next 11 games and finish 5-12.
I don't know how this is gonna work. They're gonna have to figure out with the Texans, but I think the Lions go 0-17. I don't think they win a game. Man Campbell, he's gonna coach them hard, but they're the second worst team in the NFL.
Come on,
And they
no,
don't
they're
play
not.
they don't play the Texans.
They're not
so
the worst team. Houston
they're the
is so
second
much
worst
worse
team.
than them.
They're the second worst team.
Yeah,
And
but
guess what? They don't play Houston this year.
you don't
so
think
win
they
a
beat the
game.
Falcons?
No, they play on the road.
You don't think they
play
beat
on
the
the road.
Bengals?
No, they play. The Bengals are going to be better than them. I think that's one of the Bengals' 3 wins. I think they go 0-17. They don't do anything for me. They're not winning a game in the division. They're just the second worst team in the league. I don't know what to tell you. That wide receiver core is awful. TJ Hawkinson is not going to carry the load like Travis Kelce can. That team is awful. Man Campbell can only get so much caffeine in his body to coach that team. It's just not. It just doesn't do it for me. I got them going 0-17. They're going to have to figure out a tiebreaker with the Texans for the first pick next year.
I like how there's only been 2 teams that have ever gone 0-16 before, and you're predicting 2 teams this year to go 0-17.
Yeah, because they're both
And-
awful. One team from each conference. They're both bad.
I feel like if it gets bad enough or enough people gets injured, Dan Campbell's just going to register himself as a player and hop on in.
I can see
yeah,
that.
honestly.
I love that guy though, honestly.
Who
I
doesn't?
think he's so funny. I think he would do better than some of their players, honestly, on the field. Besides his bum knee, but he still does burpees with them. All right, now to the good old Vikings, the
Gross.
team we love, the team we love to hate. I love the Vikings. Can't get enough of them.
Jack's getting all hard over here.
It's okay. It's okay.
Kirk
All right.
Cousins, don't wake up.
Yeah, no, I'm chilling. You guys are gonna love it, but no. All right, what you got, Brandon?
Team that gives us heart attacks for no reason. Been a Vikings fan all my life. It's very frustrating to watch them sometimes, especially last season when they would be like, "Oh, let's let the Jaguars and the Panthers beat us up early," and then make our fans sweat for every
Let's
moment.
lose to the Falcons at home.
Yeah, lose to the Falcons at home to basically knock us out of the playoffs. I think we got better. Our O-line is still suspect. But if Darius and like Wyatt Davis and stuff show out, we're gonna be all right. Got good cornerbacks in Breland and Peterson. Dantzler's gonna hopefully have another standout year, and then Danielle Hunter coming back and like getting Michael Pierce and Dalvin Tomlinson, right? I think that we're just set up for success. That being said, we're not gonna pass the Packers for the division. I still have us going 11-6 though, with the 5th seed in the conference.
Yeah, I got us going 11-6, getting that 7th seed in the NFC. But yeah, so if our defense steps up, I think we could be one of the top teams in the NFC because our offense is there. It's not going away. Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, Jettis, Thielen. That's a top offense right there. But we just need our defense to come back. Yeah, 11-6.
I have us going, I think, a realistic 10-7. And I think that's our ceiling. I think we have one of the best, if not the best, defensive line in the league. But we got young corners.
What?
Like
No,
rewind that
Yeah,
real quick.
Hopefully,
We don't have young corners. We have solid veteran corners with one young corner. Dude, you don't even know your own team. You might as well just stop talking. Skip you.
We brought back Sean
All right.
Mannion. That's
All
all
right,
that
yeah,
anybody
we have-
cares about.
we have-
No.
hey, no. We have Dantzler.
Okay, he's gonna
We
be
have
our
one.
Dantzler.
cornerback
He's
three.
young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeff Gladney, right? Jeff
Oh
Gladney?
well. Oh yeah. Well, okay. Well,
He's cut.
Gladney. I don't know who Jeff
He's cut.
Gladney is.
Yeah, he's cut. Yeah, yeah.
Well, what did
Yeah,
he do?
yeah, yeah, it
Oh,
was
He
He's
yeah.
not
abused his
the team.
girlfriend.
All
I'm
right,
pretty
Blake.
sure.
Don't
well,
even
let's
worry about
continue- Just keep talking. Well, it's not making sense, but okay, just keep talking.
well,
Oh yeah.
Should have picked Winfield,
what-
man.
okay. I can't wait to hear Jack say the Vikings are gonna win like 13 games. Just so stupid.
Oh, he's gonna
is it
do
my
it.
turn?
He's got the Packers winning
Yes.
the
Not yet.
division,
No.
so.
I think hopefully none of our quarterbacks get COVID, because if they do, we're gonna have to start like. Is Browning
Jake
still on the
Browning
team?
was
Did they cut him?
lighting up teams at training camp. What you mean?
Because,
It's Mond and Mannion now. Mannion's on the practice squad.
Oh man, if we don't
I
have
think it's gonna
Kirk,
be fine.
dude, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think best case scenario, we go 10-7. We make the playoffs as the 6th seed. We go 4-2 in the division. We seal a game against Green Bay.
I'm gonna go out on
Yeah.
a limb right now. If Kirk Cousins dies, I think we're done.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. Safe to say. All right. Well, I obviously am gonna. Yeah. All right. So I got the Vikings going 12-5. They're gonna get
Bold
they're gonna get the
take.
5 seed, but it's only because of the Packers
All
schedule.
right.
Don't understand why it's so damn easy. They won the division last year. Should be harder, but it's too easy. I think that the Vikings could easily win the division. I've been saying it all off season. This team is going to fly under the radar this year. We are going to win some big games, and this team is good. This defense is going to be top 10 again. This defense is so good. You can say Homer all you want, but you
Homer.
know this team has gotten better. The offense is going to be better. Kirk Cousins is not going to start the season like he did last year. He's going to go play the Bengals and tear them up. He's going to go to the Cardinals, tear them up. He's going to play the Seahawks at home, tear them up. I will be at that game against Seattle.
Remember when he
We're going
threw
to
a
tear
first-
them up.
Remember when he
First
threw
challenge of the
an
season is going to be
interception?
against the Browns, and we're probably still going to win that game. Maybe. Who knows?
Remember when he threw an interception on the first
Blake,
play of the
that
game
was
against
last
the
year when he
Falcons?
struggled. We had.
You're saying
our
that
team
guy's
was- dude.
They were
listen,
0-5.
dude, Our team was.
They were
injured last year. Our
0-5.
team is healthy now. This team is going to fly under the radar. It doesn't matter when you
Our
have a
offense
defense that
wasn't.
puts all the pressure on
I
you.
mean,
Our team is going to fly under the radar, and we're gonna swoop right through. No one's talking about us. No one's been talking about us all off season. Our defense is going to be top 10.
No, they're hating.
They hate. Our team is going to be awesome. I have $50 on the Vikings to win the division, and I think that's going to pay off. I think that's going to pay
Jesus,
off.
dude.
I'm not
I
sure
did that
about that
before, once
investment.
before Aaron Rodgers. Once Aaron Rodgers, I heard he wasn't coming back. I put it on it, but I still feel.
You think the Vikings are going to win the
Yes,
division over the
I
Packers?
think they're going to go 5-1 in the division. I don't think they lose a game to the Bears or the Lions, and I think they win the game at home against Green Bay.
There's no way.
How is that not realistic? You don't think the Bears are
So
going to
at Soldier is
Yeah.
At
scary.
Soldier,
They
That's
beat
all
them.
I'll
They
And on
beat them
Monday
last
night.
year. They beat them last year. So why can't we do it again?
That's true. That's true.
The Bears aren't scary. The Lions aren't scary. I think we're gonna beat Green Bay at home. So
I don't.
yeah, no, I think I honestly
Don't.
think 12-5 isn't even the ceiling. I think we can go 13-5
Whatever. That's,
or 13-4.
13.
No, that's not like
you think we're going to have a
Ours-
2017
ours-
season? Oh, God, dude.
All right,
You're
let's move on.
insane.
Enough on the
our
Vikes.
offense is better than that year. Our offense is literally
Our
better than that year.
defense
We
isn't,
literally
though.
Dalvin Cook. Our defense is gonna be top 10, dude. Like I don't understand what you're saying. Like our offense, Dalvin Cook's rookie year, he tore his ACL week 4, and we went 13-3. Why? We have a good defense again. We have a better offense.
Do we?
And why can't we go?
Our cornerbacks
Yeah,
aren't
why
that
can't
good.
we go?
They're okay. They're nothing special, though.
No, our cornerbacks are gonna be fine.
But I mean, we still
Yeah,
we got
cornerbacks?
Harrison Smith. Like we have enough
That's where
faith
it's
in a
exciting.
32-year-old that we
Iffy.
gave him a big extension. And
You're telling me
yeah.
that the Vikings are going to win the division over the Packers,
no.
and you think
Yeah,
that you think
Viking
Packers-
for
that
life.
Patrick Peterson is going to shut down Devontae Adams?
They only have to play him
Bro,
twice a
anything
week.
can happen.
They
Anything
only
can
have to play him
happen.
twice a year.
That's
Not
2
twice a week,
losses
twice
right
a
there.
year. That's not. Devontae Adams is not going to carry him. Devontae Adams had 3 touchdowns against us last year in Green Bay, and we still won. We were 1-5 at that point. We still won,
Shut the fuck
Blake, when we had no one. I just proved your point wrong.
As he mutes
Devontae Adams
himself.
doesn't carry that team. Like you
We'll
don't
see.
make any
Homer.
sense. Devontae Adams had 3 touchdowns on the Vikings
Homer.
last year in Green Bay, and we still beat
Okay.
them with an awful
I'll bet
team.
you $50
Doesn't matter,
the
Dalvin
Packers
Cook
beat
scores-
the Vikings. Twice.
Okay, they might beat them
Twice.
once. I think they beat them
Twice.
Twice.
By 30
No,
points.
it's just not. This is okay. The thing is though, every other year the Vikings make the playoffs every other year since like 2013. We didn't make the playoffs last year,
Yeah.
so we're
He's
making
got a
the
point. He's
we're
got a
making the
point.
playoffs
Just
this
have a
year.
point.
I'm not saying this is our year, but I'm saying we're going to be a lot better than we were last year. We're going to turn some heads, and I think we're going to.
I agree with
surprise some
that
people.
statement. I just don't agree with that we're going to be as good as you're saying we are.
I'm not. That's not even like over exaggerated. I'm just stating that we got way better. And last year we literally were in so many close games. Like we could have won so many of those games. Like we weren't gonna. We first two games we probably were
Bro,
not
we
gonna
should've beat
win.
the
We were just not.
Titans.
We could have beat
That
the
was
Titans.
depressing.
We should have beat the Seahawks. We should have been 3-2. 3-2.
Should beat the Bucks.
Then we
Should have
probably
beat the
should-
Bucks. I'll say that.
Should have
That
beat
was
the
a
Bucks.
stupid
That was a
game.
fucking bullshit. There was so many games we should have won. We should have beat the Cowboys. We should have made the playoffs last year, if anything. But we had just had one too many bad games, one too many things
go
that
take a
led
leak.
to another.
Okay.
Injuries. All right. All right. Now we're gonna move on to our playoff predictions. We've gone through the whole season, all the teams. We've got our playoff teams picks out. So we're gonna start with you, Brandon. Your AFC wild card.
So let's see. This is all wild card weekend, the first round. So
Yes.
I got the 5 seed Chargers versus the 4 seed Browns. I have the Chargers taking it down. And then my next matchup is the 6 seed Colts versus the 3 seed Titans. Titans win that one, I think, pretty handedly. And then 7 seed Ravens go into Buffalo, but lose. So
I'll do mine. I got the 5 seed Browns versus the 4 seed Titans. I'm gonna say Browns take that one. I got 6 seed New England facing the 3 seed Baltimore. I think Lamar Jackson will easily beat up on the Patriots. 3 seed Baltimore wins that one, and then 7 seed Pittsburgh versus 2 seed Buffalo. I think Buffalo kills Pittsburgh in that one. So yeah, that's it.
My bracket, I got the Titans beating the Colts as a 4th seed at home. Titans win. I have the Chiefs beating the Raiders as a 3 seed at home. And then I have the Bills beating down on the Patriots as a 2 seed at home.
Did I catch that right? You have the Raiders in the playoffs?
Yes.
I remember. Oh, that's a great take. First, I got the 7 seed Dolphins going to Buffalo and getting absolutely throttled by the Bills. It's not going to be close. Bills Mafia is going to go crazy. Then I got the Browns at the Ravens. I don't know. I don't think the Browns can do any wild card magic like they did last year. I got them losing against the Ravens. Then I got the 5 seed Chargers against the 4 seed Titans, and I don't know if Justin Herbert's going to be able to play well in that game. So I think I got the Titans moving on. Next up, we got the NFC wild card. Brandon.
all right. So my first matchup is Minnesota at Green Bay. I think Minnesota goes in there and pulls it out. I mean,
Fuck
we've done
off.
it before
Oh,
God.
in the last. We did before in the last
Come
decade
on.
with Christian Ponder.
That is a
with
beef
Christian
take.
Ponder.
No, it's not, dude.
Yes, it is.
so
I think
beefsteak.
it's a
God,
solid
come on.
take.
You have no faith.
Okay, Blake's saying all this, but he's wearing a
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs
You
jersey right
secretly
No,
a
I
Packers
just that's
fan?
not
like
gonna
a Viking
happen.
Stephon jersey.
Okay.
Next matchup, 6 seed Arizona goes into DC, but I think Washington pulls it out. Defense is just too much for the Cardinals in that one. And then 7 seed Seahawks go into LA and the Rams take it down just like they did last year.
All right, I got 5 seed Saints versus the 4 seed Cowboys. I think Cowboys take that one pretty easily at home. At home, they're a different breed. I got the 6 seed Cardinals versus the 3 seed Rams divisional matchup. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on this one. And then I got the 7 seed Vikes versus the 2 seed Packers. I'm gonna say Packers win that one at Lambeau. So yeah.
I got the 5th seeded Bucks playing the 4th seeded NFC champ Giants. Bucks win that. I have the 6th seed Vikings playing the 3rd seed Saints, and Of course, I'm gonna pick the Vikings to win that. And then I have the Rams as a 7th seed playing the Seahawks as a 2 seed. And I think Seattle gets their revenge from last year.
I got the 7 seed Seahawks going up against the 49ers, and I think the 49ers take that one at home. Pretty not too much competition there. Seahawks aren't that good. Got the 6 seed Rams going into Lambeau. I just don't see it. I don't know. I guess Matthew Stafford has played there before, but I think it's gonna be a close game. I don't think it's gonna be last year's NFC divisional or NFC like the NFC divisional game. I got the Packers winning that one. Then I got the 5th seed Vikings going into Washington, and I think that Kirk Cousins wins himself his 2nd playoff game.
I will
moves on
say
to the
this
divisional
for
round.
any like team like the Rams or the Saints or the Dolphins, the only way they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl is if they're the home seed, like if they're the number 1 seed. Because there's
That
no
makes
way
sense,
that
yeah.
a team from Los Angeles is gonna go to Green Bay in middle of January and win a game. You know,
I think the only reason I think the only way you can do that is if you have a good
They do.
defense, and I think the Rams
They
have
do.
good defense and their offense is good. So I think the Rams out of those teams could definitely do it, but I don't think this. I
I
don't
feel
see
like
the Saints doing that either,
for
though.
like going into Green Bay, like if it's snowing, you definitely need a good running game. I'm not feeling too confident about the Rams like run game right now because if it's snowing, you don't want to sling the ball too much and like have risk like receivers dropping it or something like that.
yeah. Imagine having the Rams running backs for your fantasy.
It is
team.
Matthew Stafford, though. I don't know. I like Matthew Stafford, though. I like him. He's got the experience in the cold up north. I mean, he did play in a dome, but I think he's just playing in Green Bay a couple times in his career, not just a couple, multiple times. I feel comfortable, but I still don't think they pull it out. All right, next up we got our AFC divisional. Brandon, what you got?
All right, so the Titans are going up to Buffalo to take on the Bills. I think the Bills win this game. I think it might be I think the Bills win by 7 to 14 points in that one, just because their defense is far superior and their offense is nothing to underestimate. And then I also have the Chargers visiting Kansas City, but the Chiefs pull it off. Yeah.
All right, I got the same AFC divisional as last year, so Baltimore versus Buffalo. And this year I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna say Buffalo takes that one, or no, Baltimore takes that one. And then 1 seed Chiefs versus 5 seed Browns. I'm gonna have to go with Chiefs on that one. So yeah, Baltimore and Chiefs AFC Championship.
I got
for
the
me.
3 seed Chiefs beating the 2 seed
Baltimore
Bills in
Chiefs.
Buffalo. That's pretty much a toss up. Then I got the 1 seed Ravens beating the Titans at home.
I got the Tennessee Titans traveling to Kansas City, and I don't think Derrick Henry's going to have it in the tank to carry them. I don't think maybe they get up like they did last time, but I just don't think they have it. I got the Chiefs winning that one pretty easily. And then I got the Ravens going up to Buffalo. I just think Josh Allen is on a mission this year like no other. I got the Bills winning that one. All right, NFC divisional.
All right. So I got Washington visiting LA. Going to be a battle of defenses. I think the Rams are going to pull it off. I mean, you got Aaron Donald. You got very solid. Like, you got Jalen Ramsey, too. Like, I mean, those 2 pieces alone can carry a defense for you. And then I got Minnesota going into Tampa Bay. No surprise here, but Tampa Bay is going to take it down. I mean, as we mentioned before, 22 starters were brought back from last year. Can't count out Tom Brady in the playoffs. It's going to be a hostile environment to go into.
I got for my NFC divisional. I got Packers, 2 seed Packers versus the 4 seed Cowboys at Lambeau. Cowboys ain't winning, so Packers move on. And then 1 seed Tampa versus 6 seed Cardinals. Tampa's winning that one too. It's just 2 blowouts in my opinion. So yeah, Packers versus Tampa, NFC champ. Yeah.
I got the Bucks going up to Seattle as a 5th seed and taking down the Seahawks. And then I have the Packers beating the Vikings. And
It's pretty quick there, Blake. I got the 5th seeded Vikings going to the 1 seed in the Bucks. I don't know. I just don't know if the Vikings can do it. I think it'll be a close game, honestly. But I do have the Bucks winning that one in a close game. Then I got the Packers going to the 49ers. And I think if Trey Lance is starting, I think it's going to get to him. And I think that the Packers will pull that one out. And I got the Bucks and the Packers once again in the NFC Championship game. All right. Well, we'll do both your AFC Championship and the NFC Championship then.
All right. So both sides of my bracket are very unoriginal because it's both the 2 versus the 1. So it's gonna be Buffalo versus Kansas City in Kansas City. I think that, like Parker said, Josh Allen is gonna be on a mission this year. He is going to take it down. Stephon Diggs is going to be on the opposite side of the picture, that infamous picture of him watching the celebration. So I think Buffalo takes it down, moves on to the Super Bowl. And then it's going to be 2 seed Rams versus 1 seed Tampa Bay. I think even though I'm very high on the Rams, I think Tampa Bay just takes it down. Like, Tom Brady's just built different. He's going to make it to the Super Bowl again.
For my AFC Championship, I got Baltimore going into Arrowhead, facing the Chiefs, and thinking Chiefs get this one pretty easily. Patrick Mahomes owns the Ravens. So yeah, I'll do that for my AFC. And then NFC Championship, I got Packers heading into Tampa Bay. And I got the Packers upsetting them, going to the Super Bowl. So Chiefs versus Packers for my Super Bowl.
Mine is pretty simple. I got the Chiefs going to Baltimore as a 3 seed. Baltimore's a 1 seed. Like Parker said, Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes owns the Ravens. I think the Chiefs take that. And then I have a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. Exact same format. 5th seed Bucks, 1 seed Packers. But the Packers figure it out. I think they are the better team because they have Aaron Rodgers. And I have the Super Bowl of Green Bay and Kansas City.
All right. I got the same championship games as last year. I got the Bills versus the Chiefs, but Josh Allen, he is different this year. I got the Bills taking down the Chiefs. I don't think that the Chiefs are going to be able to win enough close games this year. And I think this is going to be one of them that they're not going to be able to win. And it's going to be an AFC Championship game. And then I got the Packers going to the Bucks this year. And the Packers are just going to come up short like they do every year. They ain't making the fucking Super Bowl. Go Bucks in that game. Brady's going back for his whatever time, like whatever. He's going back to the Super Bowl. I got the Bills and the Bucks in the Super Bowl.
By the end of his career, he's going to have enough Super Bowl rings to cover his casket when he dies and just bling.
All right, Brandon, what you got for Super Bowl pick?
Speaking of that, Tampa Bay is beating Buffalo in the Super Bowl. That's my pick. I think Josh Allen, as good as he's going to be, as good as Stephon Diggs is, and that how solid that defense is, I just think that, it's Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. You got a super solid receiving core in Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Running back is a little iffy, but it's solid enough to be able to make some plays. Then the defense is just too good.
All right, give a Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, I do
at
not.
the top of your head. All right.
Oh, well,
Tom Brady.
It's probably going to be Brady because the quarterback always wins it, or it's going to be the Minnesota Man, Antoine Winfield Jr. Because why not?
Shut up. That's not happening.
You get 2 picks in the Super Bowl this year.
5 picks. All of them pick sixes.
All right. I got the Chiefs versus Packers. I'm going to say Packers win 31-24 in the Super Bowl. And Chiefs come up short of the perfect season by 1 game. And yeah, my Super Bowl MVP is going to be Devontae Adams for this one. So yeah, Packers win this. One last ride, or whatever you call it, one last dance.
Would Rodgers and Adams stay if they win it, or do you think they're still out?
No, because they're not going to
I
win
think they're
it.
still out.
I don't think they're not going to win it.
Gonna be MJ, and then both of them leave.
Mine
MJ
is-
leaves. But yeah,
Mine is the opposite of Parker's. I got the Packers and Chiefs. I got the Chiefs pulling it out. Rodgers goes out,
Like always.
just falling short.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the way we want to see it.
It's
Yeah,
just
like
the
always.
Chiefs are just gonna get their rematch from Super Bowl one. It's gotta happen if it's gonna go that way. But I don't have it that way. I got the Bills and the Bucks. Josh Allen, he's gonna play good, but I just think that he doesn't have the poise like Brady does. That defense is a little too good. I think that they're gonna get home to Josh Allen in the fourth quarter when they need to, and I think that the Bucks win back-to-back Super Bowls. And I honestly think that Levante David or Devin White is going to be my MVP.
That's honestly kind of insane. Me and Jack had the same outcome, and then Parker and Blake had the same teams, but
me and
different.
Blake had the same records.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Well, that's going to do
go.
it for the first episode.
Hold on. Are we going through awards?
No, we're doing that next week.
Well, we just did the playoffs and stuff. I don't know what else we're going to talk about next week.
Blake's got to go to bed.
Blake can hurry this up. It's not
No,
going to
I don't
take
even
long.
have my picks yet. I didn't even do it. So
Oh my God.
we're going to have to wait till next week.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Well, next week, catch us doing our awards for the season and maybe some other stuff, maybe some fantasy football. Who knows? But we'll definitely get to the awards next week.
Oh yeah.
We'll catch you next week on Beefing with the Boys. See you later.
Peace out.
Peace.
Hello, this is Brandon. I am currently editing the podcast. So we ran into a little bit of an issue. There is already a podcast named Beefing with the Boys. Thank you, Cameron, for finding that for us. So we will be changing to Certified Beef from now on. Thank you for listening.